guys, so I am Devika and I'm very happy to introduce you to a very special guest that I have today, and that is Abhiram with me. So he is a very special guest for us as he has cleared his JEE mains, and not just cleared it, he has actually come with flying colors. So Abhiram, a very warm welcome to you over here with me.
Thanks.
So now I'm really curious to know this thing, and I'm sure all your juniors also must be very curious to know how did the start of shooting the aim at JEE come to you? कैसे आया ये ख्याल?
I didn't have any planning before.
हाँ.
I just gone with the flow.
Gone with the flow, totally, right? And then why not bio? If you've gone with flow.
I don't like living things.
You don't like living things. Okay, fantastic. That's
Like
living things like.
there will be some practicals in bio.
Huh.
I don't like them.
You don't like them. So you don't like to
Touch the insides.
things like frogs or organs or like that. Okay. So the big problem with kids is that they don't know what to select. You must be having the same dilemma ki acha, should I select for NEET or should I go for JEE?
I'm sure I'll go for JEE.
Fantastic. And when were you sure about this?
When I saw some practicals of NEET.
Okay, nice. So that time itself it was clear, no boss. I love my physics, chem and maths and okay. By the way, in this 3 PCM, of course, what's your favorite?
Maths, of course.
Maths, okay. And yeah, I know your score, but would you love to tell your juniors what it was?
It's 100 percentile.
100 percentile. That's something great, man. Fantastic, right? So, and how did you prepare for this?
I prepared for 14 hours or 15 hours daily.
14 to 15 hours daily. Since when?
Since 2 years.
Since
From my
2
11th
years.
class.
From 11th, 12th, and it was continuous rigorous preparation. So, do you think when you're preparing for JEE, it is important to focus on the syllabus which is there for your boards as well, and how much you should focus on both the things? These tips would really help others, the other aspirants who's aiming just like you to score.
I didn't prepare for board until last minute.
Until last minute, because you are already preparing for JEE and most of the thing must be getting covered over there itself, so you don't have to really give
attention
to especially something that no I have my boards. So what is easy, boards or JEE? That's a lame question, I know, but yes.
I think both.
Yeah, of course it's boards when you're preparing for such a tough examination, right? So when you're preparing for physics, what is your strategy? Because physics is something you scored 100 percentile, right? So when that means you have to score equally good in all 3 subjects, isn't it? And physics is something that people fear of many a times. Why is that so, and how did you tackle that?
Physics is not that hard.
It's not that hard.
Once we understand concepts clearly, we can do anything.
Fantastic. So concept is
Clarity.
something you have to focus on. And how did this concept come to you? How are you making it clear? Tell me about one concept which is like quite tough and you got it right, and that eureka moment of yours.
Electromagnetism.
And how did you try to understand it more?
I referred many books and references, and I made many short notes.
Okay, so making short notes help, right? And how was the contribution of your school and how did it help you?
Faculty really helped me and they clarified many doubts.
Okay.
And they taught concepts in a cleared way.
So easy manner of concept clearing. You mentioned something as doubts. So how often you were asking doubts?
Not much.
Not much. You were not getting doubts or you were feeling hesitated to go for doubts.
More than asking someone, if we do it ourselves, we'll get it more clearly.
More clearly, is it so? Okay. So, and then you said teachers helped you for concept clearing things.
During
So,
classes.
During classes, right? And this was a regular thing, है ना? Continuously you are basically doing it. So now, you mentioned about physics. What about chemistry? I'm keeping maths for the last. I know you like it.
Chemistry is mostly memory based and my memory is very weak.
Okay, then how did you score?
I made very clear short notes
Okay.
and tried to memorize them as much as possible
All right.
again and again.
Again and again. So revisiting the topic again and again helps in case of chemistry. And now to your favorite subject.
I never really studied hard for maths.
Nothing at all. So it just comes.
It just comes.
It just comes to you. But what will you tell to others who are facing some difficulties in math? Is there any that pro tip for them?
As long as you stick to logics, everything's fine.
Logics, basics has to be cleared, है ना? Fundamental basics, how do they help? And from when should one start preparing this? According to you, because you have experienced it right now. That's why.
I think 10th class is enough.
10th class is enough, right? The basics of 10th class and forward is helping you to build the further building over it. So now when we talk about this JEE, how did you approach and what were the factors that kept you going? You said 14 hours minimum you were studying per day. So how much was schooling, how much was self-study, how much was the other things in it?
Entirely it was schooling.
Entirely?
It was schooling.
Entire schooling. Everything.
The timings were so long.
Yes. So all the preparation, the rigorous preparation was happening when you are into the process, right? Nice. Anything else you want to really tell to your, juniors or other aspirants who are looking up to this? This is doable.
Don't be tensed. Anyone can do it if you have proper confidence on yourself and concentration.
Concentration. Confidence, though, I can see many people have, but concentration is something which goes off. How do you keep bringing it back?
I take breaks for time to time.
Very correctly said. So breaks are something that really helps you to keep your mind fresh and come back to the topic of fresh, right? So 14 hours when you are putting yourself into this process, next day, what's that thing that motivates you?
Maybe I have left something to do.
Fantastic. So you always sleep with the thought ki what I've left and what I have to do the next day. So that's quite a planning, I would say. That's something called as planning, right? So Abhiram, you said you have studied for this 14 hours continuously all this 2-3 years, if I'm not wrong. In this due course of time, this all thing has boiled down to that one single day. Yes. So can you share some experience of that day, what you have done and how you have prepared yourself on that day and how was the day for you?
On the day of exam, I took as much rest as possible. I woke up at around 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And then I started organizing myself. I took all the required things and maintain my calm. And then I reached the examination center by 1 hour before.
After reaching the examination center, did you had those butterflies that I usually have?
Not until the question paper appeared.
Okay. Nice. So how was the question paper like?
Maths was, I can't say because
Because you like it. Huh. So it must have gone just like that. Okay. Then?
and then physics.
Hmm.
I struggled at 2-3 questions, but I did my best, what I can do
Okay. So you try to recall those concepts that time.
at that time.
So you see, guys, toppers also struggle sometimes. That's not a bad thing, right? Yes. Then?
And then comes chemistry.
So you have solved the same pattern as well, same flow. Okay.
It's like I tried to remember many things,
Huh.
everything jumbled.
Okay. See, you are saying everything jumbled and then you scored 100 percentile.
But finally, I tried to relax a bit and think.
So you have gathered yourself and then things come back automatically, right?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So maths, physics and chemistry, that was your preference, right? So what was your expectations? How many marks? You must have checked the paper after the examination is done. How did you do that?
I expected around 280 to 290s,
280 to 90s, okay.
and I got it. I'm satisfied with it.
You are happy with, obviously you are happy, yes, what I'm asking, correct. So after the result you must have felt, so what was the feeling like?
Actually, I didn't know results were released. Somebody else informed me that
Okay.
I got 100%.
And who was that special person who informed you?
My class.
Your classmates, okay. And?
I was in a shock.
Shock for what?
Is it real?
Okay.
And then it's some other feeling.
Some other feeling. And what were your parents' reaction though? You stay with them or
No,
you don't stay with them?
no, I stay with them.
Oh, you stay with them. Okay.
But I wasn't there when they know.
Okay. So
I don't know.
you don't know, but over the phone or something,
They were really happy.
right? Overjoyed.
Yeah.
They must be like, okay.
Many people called them and congratulated, and they were really happy about it.
So
They were proud.
So do you remember what they said to you? Anything special?
We are really happy for you, and we are proud.
Proud of you, right? And that is like I guess for anybody, making parents proud is the greatest achievement of all, isn't it? It's a different kind of a feeling altogether. Yes. So now coming back to the subject, what kind of materials helped you and how much practice did you do? Study कब तक किया and practice कब तक किया? कितना questions लगाते? How many questions were you practicing? On an average.
In maths,
हाँ.
in maths around 80 question a day.
80 question a day. And the other two
Physics, I was revising concepts and
concepts you were practicing. Okay. And what about Chem? Chem though every time you have to come, you said you have to come visiting it again and again. Yes. So now what's the future plan like?
I'm preparing for JEE Advanced currently. And as far as I know, I think it's okay.
I'm pretty sure you will rock it, definitely, with all the hard work that you have done. To whom you can say that they have equally, equally or somewhat contributed in your success?
My parents
Yes, of course.
and my teachers.
Teachers and parents play a very important role, right? So, do you remember those classes that were conducted Because that's how sometimes happens to me. Even though after so many years, if I'm teaching a concept, I actually recall my professor ka class ko we was teaching it like that. Does that happen when you are reading a concept?
As I said, my memory is too weak.
Too weak, but still 100 percentile, guys. If it was strong, I don't know what you would have done. Right. So, okay, what's your future plan? Like you said, ki JEE advance you are going to do, and the planning is in track,
Yes.
right? So, how are you preparing for advance now?
Same way as mains.
Same way as maths.
Mains.
Same way as mains, you're saying. Same way as mains, you're preparing now. Also, you're studying for 14 hours or 18 hours, right? And now it's more of the practice.
Yeah. They are conducting regular exams
Haha.
and we have to appear a lot of mock tests.
So, this really helps, isn't
Yes.
it? Practicing mock test and exams, these are something that really helps you out. Yes? Fantastic. Any final pro tip that you want to give?
Patience and continuous efforts are required.
Very well said, Abhiram. Correctly, aptly said. Ki patience is something that you have to be calm all the time, and even though sometimes something troubles you, you have to come back to it, right? Because challenges are there in everybody's life. And continuity. So, continuity is like practice and everyday effort. It can't be done in one
In
single
one day.
day. Yeah. So people ask this, oh, can I crack JEE in 1 month?
They can't.
They cannot. So guys, that's very clear, straight away answer. They cannot, and it should not be done. Right? Fantastic. Thank you, Abhiram. So here we had Abhiram. Thank you for watching this. And I thank you all from Sri Chaitanya by Infinity Learn.